All right, cool. So, welcome on in. Go ahead and get settled. This is going to be a very interactive live creative ritual today. So, I hope that you have been watching our posts to prepare for today. Hi, Ron. Hi, Empowered. Hi, Venus. Welcome in. We are going to have a lot of fun. Of course, it's Leo full moon coming up, so there's going to be fun to be had. And before we get into all of that, I just want to remind you that you don't have to have all the same materials as I do to do this creative ritual. You kind of get to make it your own and decide how you want it to go for you. You can just watch and observe and then maybe do the replay with your materials gathered. Or if you are prepared and ready to go, then let's rock it. Hi, Dream Detective. All right, I'm gonna settle a little bit more into my space because I feel a little insecure. I think it's because I don't have my sweater on. I thought I might get hot, so I'm just gonna put my sweater back on. And I always encourage you at these rituals to really make yourself feel safe in your space. So for me, that means putting my hoodie back on. Hi, itty bitty. For you, that might be closing a door or putting on some music or whatever, lighting a candle, whatever makes you feel safe in this space. Go ahead and take some time to do that. You still have a few minutes also to grab whatever materials you might want to have nearby you. Like I've been mentioning, I printed off some photos since we're doing a self-portrait today. And I chose to do a collage. I got some pictures of me as a little bitty. This is me as a little bitty. I was already Leoing it up right there. I came back to my colors is what my son told me. When I was doing this, he was like, "Oh, you were colorful back then and you came back to your colors." I'm like, "Yes, I did." I got some paint pens. Oh, Dream Detective. Yeah, this is from Fresh Hoods. They put independent artists art on hoodies and pants. So this is an artist named Brito who did this hoodie. So yeah, support some independent artists. Fresh Hoods, pretty decent company, print on demand. I got some glue. Got some really fun stickers, crazy glittery kid stickers, and some. This is a painting that I did. When is this? 2021. It's called Three Flames Dancing, and I feel comfortable repurposing this. So like that's what I'm going to make mine out of. You might have different supplies, and that is a-okay. I want you to follow your inner guidance. This is your self-portrait. So let's get centered, and then I want to talk about this full moon, and then I want to get into the ritual work today. Okay, so let's get into our hearts. I'm really feeling called back into the yam chants like we used to do before every live. So we are going to do some yams. And of course, yam is the heart. Leo is the sun, the heart, all that energy, that love right here in the Anahata. So let's connect there now. And we'll just start to bring some awareness to our breath, to our posture, just settling into our physical bodies, settling into our physical space, slowing everything down to the speed of now, letting ourselves just be here. Paying attention to your inhale, paying attention to your exhale. Noticing any thoughts you're having. Let them know you'll get to them later. You're just going to be here right now. Preparing for our chants. Gently resting your hands on your knees or your legs, whatever feels most comfortable to you. Preparing for a nice inhale to give you enough air to chant Yam. And we'll do as many as feels good today. Let's inhale in. Let's do one more. Placing our hands over our hearts, acknowledging our presence here today, thanking ourselves with deep gratitude for making time for ourselves, making time to be creative, to making time for each other, to connect. Filling our hearts with gratitude for being alive, being here, being now. I love you all so, so much. That felt really good for me. I hope that you enjoyed it as well. Hi, welcome Happy Heart, welcome Dream State, all of those who have joined us today. I forgot to put my phone on silent. Okay, sorry. Good thing no one called. I want to let you know I've actually chanted a bunch this morning, and for the first time ever, I'm so proud of myself. Channeled the Andromedan Council on video instead of just audio, which is a huge leap in courage for me. So that video I went and just put out on YouTube. It's 8-minute long message. I do have my eyes closed the whole time. I'm still like warming up to it, but I filmed myself. So baby steps. It was a beautiful, beautiful message. And I think really speaks volumes to how we as awakened creators are really changing and shifting this planet when we choose to be ourselves and honor ourselves in all of our vibrant diversities. So check that out after this today. And otherwise, let's talk about this full moon. I know many of you are definitely feeling the emotional energy ramping up, which is to be expected around the moon. Full moons, especially since they are bringing fullness and full illumination to our emotional center, the moon. So it's really hard to hide from and run from emotional situations around full moons. Doubly so if you've got lady bits that are turned on at this time. So shout out to my friends doing that dance right now. But as we are all shedding and we are coming into alignment more and more and more with the truth of who we are, and Leo energy specifically is intended to help us understand how brilliant we really are as individuals, as beautiful, unique fractals of the all. We are so special and we are so vibrant when we shine just as ourselves, not try to be anybody else, not try to please our parents or society by being a certain way. But when we really double down on being who we are, that impacts the world in ways that nothing else can. Just like the sun impacts our entire solar system like nothing else can. And so Leo, in representation with that sun energy, is trying to help us see where we get to shine even brighter. We get to honor ourselves even more. We get to celebrate who we are and our uniqueness, and that loving ourselves and admiring ourselves and celebrating ourselves isn't conceited, and it isn't selfish, and it isn't self-centered when it comes from a place of recognizing that, yeah, you get that and everyone else does too. And so it's not a competition. It's not an attempt to try to be more than anyone else. It's an honoring of the freaking brilliant thing and being that you are. And two, it's opposing energy Aquarius, where the sun is right now, is saying, yeah, you and everyone else. And that's what makes life amazing. That's what makes humanity. Humanity is every single one of us is shining brightly on our own unique light. We're not competing with one another. We're not trying to be like one another. But we're really tapping into the uniqueness that we each are. So this moon, I really wanted to take this as an opportunity to pause and reflect on how much growth we've all done. Because I don't know about you. I mean, I kind of do because you're around and I see you guys resonating and commenting and things like that. But we have been changing and shifting a tremendous amount. 2023 was like alchemy across the board of life. Death and birth and rebirth and all of these experiences coming into our lives and asking us to keep changing and keep growing and keep moving and keep preparing ourselves for what I'm receiving in the messaging of this year and beyond. So I felt called to honor that change as I sat down on Sunday to ask Spirit, what does this ritual look like on Wednesday? And really honoring the person we are now, honoring the person we've become, which is really just the us we've always been. It's weird to say become because it's like, well, that was always in us. We're not something new. We're something old and ancient and holy and beautiful. And it's us finally being ourselves. And so we may have in the past, with some of that distorted Leo energy, only celebrated certain parts of ourselves or only celebrated us when other people celebrated us. And that's where you can get into those distortions where you're fishing for compliments, or you're looking for people to validate you because you're not validating yourself. And so now that we've done a lot of shedding of those things and those old versions, and we're really standing in our power of who we are, we get to say and celebrate, this is me. This is me in all my imperfect glory, just like we say in the Awakened Creators phrase, that in all of our imperfect glory, we get to honor ourselves and know that we are perfect just by virtue of being, that there isn't anything needed to be added unto us, that we are already whole and complete just as we are. And Leo wants us to celebrate that and honor that. And so you might be feeling poked in certain areas where you're not being the full and completeness of yourself. And that I know is really uncomfortable. I've been crying a lot this past week. But it's a necessary growth point, and it's really truly, if we can zoom out a little bit from our emotions, which is why I want to encourage you to always sit down with your big feelings, breathe through them, let them be, and listen to what they're there to teach you. Life is not picking on you. It's giving you an opportunity to move through a doorway if you will take the invitation. So sit with it and feel into it, and admit to yourself some hard truths maybe about being more yourself. And then here now in this Leo full moon, honoring that and celebrating that individual that you are, because it truly is remarkable. Each one of you is truly remarkable. So that's why we are going to create a self-portrait today that is purely love, that is just everything we love about ourselves. I put this in the post, and I want to remind you again, this is not an aspirational ritual. This is not a vision board. This is not a who you want to be. This is honoring who you are now. Okay, so it is very important to step away from trying to emulate anything other than your most authentic self in this exercise. Now, I mentioned at the beginning, I'm choosing to do mine as a collage. I gave some other examples. You could write a love poem to yourself. If you're more of a writing kind of person and you would feel more comfortable with words to describe who you are and why you love yourself, then have at it. Grab a notebook, grab a pen, get to wordsmithing all of the things, 10 ways I love you, your name, and then list all the ways, and like truly fall in love with yourself. I encourage you to have a little mirror. Hi, mirror. Can you see? Have a little mirror. Look at yourself in the mirror. Don't be afraid. Say, I love you, Amanda. Well, don't say Amanda. You could, I guess, but say your own name. I love you, your name. I'm proud of you, your name. I forgive you for all of whatever you need to forgive yourself for, okay? For maybe hating yourself in the past, calling yourself cruel names, anything that you need to forgive yourself for, because you're amazing. And we know you're trying, you're doing your very best. So I'm proud of you for doing your very best, Amanda. And you just speak kindly to yourself. When is the last time you have looked in a mirror, spoke kindly to yourself with intention? Hopefully recently. And if not, this is beautiful practice, mirror work. So have a mirror handy if you can. If you don't have photos of yourself that you're going to use in your project, have a mirror, because as you are, and I apologize if you can hear construction noise right now. My dad has picked the most inopportune time to start constructing outside the window. Love my dad. Okay. Where was I going with this? I got distracted. Okay. Yes. So if you are going to just use words to describe yourself, or, something like that, where there's no pictures of yourself involved, use a mirror. Go grab a mirror. Because I really want you to fall in love with yourself, and not just on a superficial level, like how you look, but let's dive into your energy. What do you love about your own energy? What do you love about your energy? Not what other people love about you, but what do you love about your energy? Maybe you love your playfulness. Maybe you love your tenderness. Maybe you love how caring you are and how deeply feeling you are. Maybe you love that. And how can you describe that or show that in your self-portrait today? So if you're going to paint, maybe you choose certain colors that you feel represent those energies. And you can do it literal. You can literally, look in the mirror and sketch yourself today. You can paint more abstract, like maybe this is what my self-portrait ends up looking like, right? And this is an energetic self-portrait that I did, Three Flames Dancing. So you could even just create something more abstract like that. So give it some thought, how you want to approach it. I am going to play some music in just a minute and we will get started. If you're watching on YouTube, a replay, this is where you will pause and we'll catch back up with you when you push play again. And one last thing before we start, I would like to ask you, no matter what approach you take today, to choose at least 2 words that you feel like describe things you love most about yourself. Choose at least 2 words, and maybe you write them down and you kind of just sit with them like a mantra and kind of repeat them to yourself. I love that I'm blank. I love that I'm blank. I love that I'm blank. And maybe you incorporate them into your ritual today, but maybe you don't. So at minimum, write down your words. I realize I don't have a regular pen, so I'm going to use my paint pen. So write down your words, 2 words that you feel like describe what you absolutely love about yourself, about your energy. What would those 2 words be? And if you want to share them in the chat, I would love to hear what your 2 words are. I think it would be really fun to share that. But if you want to keep it private, keep it private. Okay, I'm going to write down 2 words. Or if you're a Gemini moon like me, you write down 5,000 words because you can't keep it concise. Okay. All right. So if you have your 2 words and you'd like to share, you can. Otherwise, let's go ahead and get started with our creative ritual. And for my YouTube friends, I'm going to move my screen down so you can kind of see what I'm doing, and maybe I'll do like a time lapse or something with that. I'm going to play some music. If you don't want to hear it, you can mute the live right now. But I'm going to do something a little more uplifting than usual so we can kind of get in the Leo vibe of just love and fun. And I don't know what it's going to play because it's license-free music from Epidemic Sound. So we'll just go with it until it gets annoying. All right. So go ahead and get started crafting your self-portrait. Ooh. Last five nights, left my mind thinking I was done, but I guess I'll never be tired of you. Hmm. So tell me why I get this feeling now. Oh, tell me why I get this feeling. It's cute. Hmm. That looks kind of. Oh, I love some of you have left some nice comments. Let's see here. Self-awareness, caring for others. Those are beautiful qualities, Ron. Creative, compassionate. Yes. An artist, authentic and grateful. You can choose as many words as you want, Adele. Hi, Wings. Welcome. Oops. On time. All right. Making progress. How are y'all feeling out there? Grooving with your portrait? Feeling good about it? I hope. Awesome. Some more shares here. Yes, Amy, I love that I'm a deep thinker, how imaginative I am. I love that I'm friendly, outgoing. I have many interests and hobbies, sparkly energy, and honest. That's beautiful. So as we are honoring and celebrating the things that we love about ourselves, we're creating these self-portraits in whatever way feels good to us. Maybe a literal self-portrait, maybe writing a love letter to ourselves. Whatever way feels like a celebration of who you really are. Beautiful. Starting on the project as a digital. Yes. I would love to see you all share what you've created. I know we're not going to probably have time to do it all today. Let's see. I say we'll give us ourselves maybe 10 more minutes, and then we'll start closing up the ritual. All right. I'm pretty good about this, although I'm severely lacking on the glitter front. I don't know how many of you, like, I feel like I can't collage without there being lots of glitter everywhere, but let's see. Oh, yes, astrological signs in here. I'll do my 3 main ones. Yeah. Okay, and then just remember, incorporate what you love about yourself somewhere in your creation today. Or repeat it to yourself in your head. Okay. Starting to get to a place where you can stop. I'm going to show YouTube what we're working on. There's my little creation. I really would love, let me stop this music. I really would love to see what you all created. If you are willing to share it, please be sure and tag Awakened Creators so we can put it in the stories and celebrate you alongside you. I'm really honoring my inner child, I feel, with this and all the different aspects of myself that make up my whole. This feels really, really good. So I want to keep kind of tweaking it a little bit after today, but and then I'll share mine as well. I guess I should have put the camera up on YouTube. Sorry, folks. All right. So for those of you who are still here with us, let's get to a place where we can pause our creative work and just come back to ourselves for a moment, come back to each other. And I just want to encourage us all to take a moment again of deep gratitude for ourselves, for our fight, for our bravery. Many of us have had very difficult and challenging lives. And it's never a competition to who's had a more challenging experience. We each have our own that's unique to us. And so as we honor where we're at now, let us honor the great challenges for us as individuals that we've triumphed through, that we've overcome our lowest lows. And now we're here, breathing, loving, being present, doing our darndest to stay in alignment with our heart, with what we desire, with what's being called upon us to do at this time. Again, demonstrating immense and incredible bravery as we walk this path of the Sacred Heartist. And we don't do it alone, we do it together. And so we honor each other. We affirm for each other our own unique identities. We affirm for each other how we feel most comfortable in our physical bodies. We honor that. We honor that in ourselves, and we honor that in others, allowing others to live their life freely, authentically, without judgment, and with mountains and fountains of unconditional love. Thank you for this Leo full moon, for an opportunity to shine some light on what we love most about our most authentic self, to honor that and protect that. So I call you to take whatever creation you manifest as part of this ritual and hang it somewhere or place it somewhere if it's a physical piece where you can revisit it and re-honor it daily, maybe on your wall, maybe beside your mirror. And remember who you are. Remember what you love about yourself. Remember what makes you unique. Remember what your true soul essence is. And begin to honor that every day with your love and forgiveness. And your Leo pride. Be proud of yourself for who you are. You are so beautiful. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for being open to these creative rituals. I love doing this work with you. I love utilizing our creative inclinations to explore ourselves and alchemize and just dive into who we are and what we love about ourselves. And so I'm deeply honored to be able to be with you in these moments. And yes, Dream Detective, good exercise for adults and children. You know, I am thinking I want to do this for my son as well. He's only 8 and already dealing with a little bit of identity issues. I mean, that's just the world is kind of pushing him. He has very long hair and he just bought his first doll. I'm really trying for him to not judge himself, and it's hard when the rest of the world judges him. So I think this would be a great exercise for him to bring some more self-love to his world as well, and remember how special he is. So thank you. I can't wait to share a very special announcement tomorrow. I'm going to be posting about a painting that I just finished that really challenged me in its final moments. So I'm going to be sharing that experience with you all, and a special opportunity to come into a sacred space and work with me and work with other creators who are just as serious about their creative journey and personal transformation. So look forward to that. If you are already in a position and a place to really seek change and seek empowerment this year on your creative journey, then you don't have to wait till tomorrow. You can just reach out to me if you haven't heard from me already. And I will be happy to tell you all about it and see how we can facilitate that transformation that you desire. So I love you very much. Yay for this full moon. Next week, we'll be bringing you some channeled messages for the month of February. Super excited about that. See what's on the docket for February. I'm going to go rewatch January, actually, and remind myself of those messages too. But otherwise, I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being devoted to your art, to your heart, to you. As always, I love you. Namaste. Bye for now. Woo, woo. Thanks for being here, everybody.